Oh my goodness. My voice sounds a bit rough right now, but that's okay. Please excuse me, I clear my throat some. Oh my goodness. So I'm still trying to figure out this dual streaming thing. But it appears to be working. Hello. So apparently I didn't need to have like, sorry, I'm now, all the coffee is coming back to me in the delay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Just a second. I try to turn on my mic when I try to clear my throat. Okay, so I'm still trying. So apparently I didn't need to have, let's see here. I didn't need to like schedule a thing on YouTube because YouTube just uses the same one, which is bizarre unless I choose a different one. It's a weird process, but I will eventually figure it out. I'm sorry, the last couple weeks, unfortunately, we went through a lot of stuff, and so things kind of, oh, that's fine. Make sure that's okay. No, I think I got this settled out. So I just have some of my following stuff up right now, but I can certainly share that in the chat as well in a little bit. So let's see what I got. This worked out. Yay, camera. So still trying to figure out all the buttons and where things to go and the best place to put things. It's a little bit difficult. My screens are a little bit weird. Oh, and I really need to pay bills, and I meant to do it, but then I came in here to try to get everything set up, and it took longer than I thought, but I did get it figured out. Please let me know if I sound a little bit too quiet. I'm still working on the best mic position for everything. But yeah, so a few weeks ago now, started working on this book. So this in Watercolor Between the Forest. I bought it kind of on a lark. I was at the bookstore and it looked really cool. And I thought, you know, I'm trying to get better at some of my techniques and everything like that. So I've been trying to buy more technique-centered books recently, rather than the more general, like, this is how you paint a thing kind of book. And trying to go with some more advanced books where it's mostly just like an artist being saying, I painted this beautiful thing, now you do it. No, not much else direction. But getting some techniques done I'm trying to do. So, and then I figured out, like, it's a little bit difficult here, and then I figured out I could take apart the book. And so then I started taking apart the book. Last time I worked on acorns and some of this light I have for this particular exercise. I've got my watercolors here. Put that over here. I've gotten a cup of tea. Oh well. I have some White Nights colors and this I'm pretty sure this is a Winsor & Newton Cotman sepia. I should probably figure out what it is and mark it. I'm 90% sure that's what this is. But I have a couple extras here, but I went through my White Nights and picked out colors that kind of matched what colors I said they'd be using in the book, which are here. Not 100% matched. White Nights are a little bit weird. They're more Gansai than watercolor, and the colors are not. They don't have like 100% match to everything. It's not like I'm going through. I probably could have gotten my Cotman set or my Migios and tried to figure out which is which, but I decided I really wanted to paint with these. These are like semi-dry watercolors, so it's kind of fun. So I'm just gonna work on the next pages to today, I'm just going to put these over here, which in the book is the acorn directions. I turn the page and it's caterpillar, but the caterpillar directions are now over here. So I'm going to start with the caterpillar right now. And try this out. It'll be fun, I'm sure. We will find. Then there's a fern on the other side, so, and then ladybug on this side. I don't know if I'm going to cut apart the pages or not. It feels like it would make sense to do that. But I'm going to get the book out of the way because this gives me a few pages to work on. Kind of relax and paint tonight. And other things. The other technique we run is I have the realism challenge, which I'm not really going for the full realism. I'm trying to get can you tell what this is stage, which I'm not that great. These are mostly all done in gouache though. Toast. But those are but I have a bunch of different techniques I'm working on, but I really thought this would be cute. So let's see. They want sap green, and I made a card here, but I didn't label it. That was dumb. Tell me which is which. But the sap green is this one, sap-ish green. You can see it's not quite a good match now that I'm looking at it. That's okay. The raw umber, ivory black, and the yellowish ochre, which this set is kind of this one. So we'll try it and see what we get. Let's see. They want a size 2 or 3 brush. This is fine brush. It doesn't say what shape, but usually a lot of these tutorials. These are my current favorite brushes to paint with right now when I'm not doing my really big stuff. When I'm into the detail is this 4 and this 03. These are really tiny though. But I want to put these somewhere else. For 3, I think most brushes I have only have even sizes. This is a 2, but I am not a fan of this particular 2 brush, though I have a lot in this Huang, I am probably pronouncing that Huang set, but this one, you can see it's kind of frayed and everything. That's, you know. So, maybe it'll be okay. Sometimes some of these brushes, like, I don't know, it doesn't really have, this one doesn't really have a point. So let's see what else, I mean, I'm assuming they're meaning, it's a 4. Yeah, I really like these ones, these flat brushes by Huang. These are some of my favorite ones, but their round brushes are not my favorite. However, I can't seem to find a replacement set for these flats, so when they die, they might be gone forever. I don't know. I got them in a class. And my round brush selection isn't so great. My filberts are okay. What do I have over here? I bought these other translucent ones. And one I tried I didn't like. But let's see. I don't really use any of these. They have this too. They have a better point on them though. Let's see, what's this one? 0. This is a 9. A 1. Weird sizes. 12. And 8. I think I tried, what is this one that I tried that I was like, this one was kind of frayed a bit. Like it has, it's kind of weird shaped at the end. This is the 3. So, this one I absolutely love. I don't know why these are so different. Like you can see here, these translucent brushes, which are not cheap. These were kind of expensive. I didn't really want to buy them, but I needed some more round brushes that weren't miniature brushes. But this one I love. It holds a wonderful point. it's really long, so it's going to hold a lot of paint, which is cool. That's one of the things I learned. You really want long bristles and a really good point. But getting a really good point is kind of hard. So, you know, stuff. But then you can see here, like on the 3 brush, it's kind of like, it's not pointed at all. This one hasn't been put in water yet. And when I try to reshape it, it doesn't really have a point. It's kind of flatter. You can see it's kind of a weird thing. So kind of flat, not, I don't know. So, but we'll try it. Let's save my 4. And we'll try this 2 out. So hit or miss on these transit brushes. Oops. No. This one looks like it has a really good point, but again, hard to tell till I actually get it in there. All right. So brushes. Caterpillars come in a variety of colors, so feel free to use whatever hues speak to you in this exercise. The black deals can be done with ink instead of paint if you prefer. White accents can be done with a white pen or a more opaque paint such as acrylic or gouache. I have some white gouache over here that I can use if I decide to do that. There doesn't seem to be that many highlights on this, but it's okay. So let's see where we're at. Now I think I am gonna cut the pages, just because it'll be a little bit easier for my work space. And I see that the camera's kind of, let me see if I can fix some of the lighting here. My lighting bar is a little bit weird, and this camera's a little bit weird about the light. There we go. Now the shadow's not on there, and I can see pretty well. So here we go. Mutilating the book for art. There we go. Let's see the directions for the acorn. All right. I want to keep these pages together because I know they're in that order, and the pages aren't really, are they numbered? Well, they are numbered on the direction side, so I could probably figure it out. It says like what time. So this is where I can see them. We're still doing wet on dry. Maybe we can get to wet on wet. I'm not so great at wet on wet, but that's why about it. All right. Let me see if I can move this. I want to make sure I can speak into it without too much issue. I want to turn on my other camera. So I have my recording camera there, which is an old Canon Vixa, which I haven't found a really great replacement for, but one of the things I really like about it is because the way the screen works, I can see what I'm drawing, and I can look up and get like a further away view, or what I'm painting and get a kind of further away view. So that's nice. But right now my other camera is in the way, so it's not covering up the whole thing, which is good, so I can still see, but it's a little bit annoying. All right, let's see, what does it say? Start by filling every other stripe with your main color, in this case sap green. All right. It looks like, so the shaping is a little bit weird on this outline. Got my water cups already set up. Let me put my scissors back up. Whoosh. And I still have my palette from last time when I was doing, so I'm going to use the same palette. If I need a clean one, I do have a clean one nearby, but I don't really think I will. So let's start by getting some of this, I think. And they kind of have like, this is the mouth-ish thing, and then they have a black stripe. So we're going to do every other is green. I'm going to get a little bit more green. The web camera that I use for this, like, has some really cool like auto zoom features, but it kind of tends to have a mind of its own, so I did turn it off. So they felt this stripe, and then this stripe is black. And it's kind of, well, hold on. I don't think these stripes match the picture on here. No, that's okay. Said other stripes. So you can see there's like a kind of a mouth thing, which really isn't here if we say it's this. Then black. Then that would be green, but then there's kind of just that one. There's like another black stripe, but I don't see the black stripe there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and make this one green too, because I can always add a stripe. Yay. One of the annoying things about this is going to be the coverage of the pieces here. So now we kind of got this, and then yeah, there's definitely more stripes here than on that one than there are on this one. So I'm going to actually just kind of do half a stripe. Because it's a little, if we do that as black, and not the weirdness. Maybe these black ones are supposed to be the stripe. I don't, it doesn't. It's kind of strange. We'll just go with it. Green. Yay, green stripes! Okay. Someone is making chewing noises. Wachi, what are you doing? Little dogs, I tell you. Yeah, so it gets kind of weird. I'm not the biggest fan of bugs. These things I really don't like. They tend to be like weird and spiky, and I don't know. Nightmare fuel. Some people find them adorable. Those people I don't understand. Yeah. All right. So now we got that. Okay, once dry, paint the tree branch using raw umber and add the darkest shadow of raw umber mixed with ivory black under the caterpillar. Okay, we can do that. Some raw umber already on my palette. Oh, no, I guess this is more dark. I don't know. This one feels more paint by numbers than the acorns were. Don't really need a point on this one. They'll be fine. All right. some more of the raw umber and just a little bit of black. Kind of make it dark. Shadow here. Kind of go crazy. Yay, we have kind of a shadow going on, lighted in a bit. Okay. Using yellow ochre, add dots of color to each blank stripe along the body. So let's see, I don't really have yellow on my palette, so let's just get some color going. And I like to spread it on my palette a bit once I do get color going, because I don't really understand the dots of color thing. I think this is what she means. Because then I could dip into that instead of directly back into the pan if I don't need something as it's not going to be an anatomically correct caterpillar, I guess. It has some weirdness. I don't know. For color. Some of the books, I don't know, I just don't like color pencils. I see a lot of books going, just then use color pencils over it. And I'm like, I don't want to. It kind of looks a mess right now. That's okay. I can understand adding the line or last. Kind of get that little. I don't know what's going on with its legs. Once the yellow is dry, go back with ink pen and ivory and paint and fill the remaining areas besides yellow spots to create the spotted stripes. And then add leaves. Really? We're gonna do more. Get some more green. And we're gonna come in here and fill in its little leaves, because we didn't do that. I'm going to come in and start on some of these leaves. And then I also want to come here and I want to color some of this branch here. Blend this in a bit. Come on. There we go. Make that a little bit richer. Let's do some more on those legs. Woohoo! let's see here. All right. Now I think we're gonna let that dry a little bit more, and I want to kind of blend in. Let me dry up my brush a bit. I want to blend this a bit more. Let's work up with a little bit more black. Come in here. A little bit more of the shadows. Something like this where like I stop and I go, wait, that's it? It makes me feel better because it makes me feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Oosh. Give it more shadow on this side. Well, that's looking alright. Let's see here. So the leaves, we have all this yellow ochre. Let's give the leaves some character here. I feel like the leaves are just kind of... Oh, I forgot a leaf. I forgot a leaf up here. It's kind of more of a wood. Alright. So we're going to take this brush and give it a try. Let's get it a little wet. Clean the glue off. Well, it looks like it has a fairly nice point. So what I'm going to do, let's get some water into the black here. Like, I'm not even sure like what highlights are talking about on this caterpillar. It's like the sample right there. So I don't know. So weird. Alright. It's brush control. Black here because I don't want it graying out. I want it to stay as black as possible. Alright, there we go. I think I figured out the brush control on this guy now. I do really enjoy these paints. They're just... I honestly got them because they had some off colors, and I'm always looking for off colors. And I do really enjoy like trying to do all my inking with the brush, or like I don't know. Pen wise, I really like the Mega Cop pens. I think that they're my favorite. I do like the Bitmoji pens as well. I guess I'm just Kiritake fan. This is dying kind of gray out, so I'm going to go back. So this kind of dries like gouache though, where it gets much lighter. But I really do like ink with the brush. This guy's kind of I don't know, he's kind of overly black, overly dark. I've really seen caterpillars that look this way, but maybe I need to go back in with a little bit more green. We're gonna dual brush it. Double fisted brush. Be a little bit more generous with some of this green. Sometimes it's all about the layers. But I do kind of like that about watercolor, that you can really layer up stuff, especially when you're using a really good watercolor like from the tube. Or something like this that's just really more opaque than transparent, except for when you add water. Which is, like I said, one of the reasons why I like these so much. Trying to resist grabbing for my 4 brush, but that's okay. Oops, got a little bit carried away there. Yeah, this black doesn't stay very black. You can see it's kind of gray. It really does gray out. It's not my favorite black in the world. Which isn't so bad for like the feet, but I kind of wanted a more true black here. Go with some bigger black stripes. Kind of a bigger shadow here. Yay, big shadows! I'm gonna try to put these in more as dots. Maybe that'll make it feel more, I don't know, kind of got, I don't know how many feet caterpillars have. I guess it depends on the caterpillar. It's only been a long time since I've seen like an actual caterpillar. I haven't really looked for any. I guess that would be part of it. Yeah, not so much a fan of the black in this set. It's okay. We'll keep going past it. We're almost done with this one. What I want to do is take some more green. Because I feel like this could all benefit from more green. So fun fact, most blacks are actually a green. Or can be used as such. Let's see if I can, we can test this one to see if that's true for this. So let me get some more water. So we take a little bit of black here, and then I'm going to clean my brush off. Really good. And dip it in my bright yellow here. And then we're going to add this yellow to it. And let's see what we get. Not enough yellow yet. Too much black. Fortunately, yellow is like the most easy to disappear color. There we go. There we go. So I'll show you that in a second here. But you can use black with yellows and you get kind of like this army green color. It's kind of what comes out. So it depends on what pigments are in the black, but even the straight like lamp black, you can see you can kind of get that green. Let's see here. Move black back over. And another trick to get greens on your palette, if you didn't have enough or were having trouble getting the green that you want, try mixing your black with yellow. I think I first learned that from a Sarah Burns video. I haven't checked her out. She is a artist in Scotland. She's mostly a landscape artist, but she has some really interesting gouache tutorials I've followed. A few on my YouTube channel. Those of you, if you're watching on YouTube, obviously you know, but I went ahead and posted for if you're on Twitch. It's my YouTube channel. Try not to put my sleeve in the green paint I just put down. Okay, not too happy with that. Definitely more like green, but if I let that dry for a little bit and see what we get there. These were okay. Let's close that four brush. I don't know where that four brush works out. Maybe just the way they make it. What are other things I could do to this? Take some of this darker. And let's just kind of give some form to the branches. in the darker burnt umber here. And let's do the same with the leaves. I'm going to use the darker green here. It's kind of more hunter's green. Ah, too much paint. There we go. Give these a little bit more character. That's not too bad. Okay, some of this is drying up, so I'm going to try to go in and add some of the green back in. Try not to too much reactivate. The thicker paint and this kind of darker green. It's still wet, so I don't want to go too crazy there. There we go. I gave him a little bit more depth. Let's do the same over here. If that black dries, I'll put a little bit more there. It looks more like one of those black pen colors than the nice little green one that they made. That's okay. Those black ones are kind of freaky looking. Okay, we've got a caterpillar. That's gross. Let's see what the next one is. I think the next is a fern. So if I take the caterpillar one here, so it would be like this. I think the next one is, yeah, that's the fern. No, we got everything out. I'll put the caterpillar aside. And let him dry. We'll do fern next. It's just a little fern. The camera's kind of the light's kind of washing it out that far away. You only want hunter's green, which that's a darker green I was going with, and burnt umber. Okay. That's okay. Where? I'm going to cut this one up too. Make it easier. I think the ladybug is on the back of the fern. This is pretty good paper that they put this book on and meant to color it right in. Part of it's practice, right? You get some of the practice ends and muscle memory. Best viewers on stream though, huh? Or you could just send them here, that's okay. Oh, I'm really not in a position to buy viewers. They could just remove the space. Yeah, because if you link, you'll get caught, huh? That's fine. Even if it's just me and the bots, I'm having a time. Okay, so what do they say about the fern? Fern leaves are a great accent piece to any painting, and it's true. Like trying to do different vegetation, sometimes you can just kind of fake it, but if you know a little bit more about the plants that you want to do, that looks a lot more intentional. So I think this is good to learn because I could put ferns in my paintings and just practice because it's a little bit difficult to know how to do things sometimes. steady hand with light pressure and pointed tip, especially when working on a small scale piece. They only require one color, but you can add interest by mixing in another shade with your main color for the true watercolor effect. Fine tip brush. Okay, so they're saying that's size 6 for this one. So I'm going to put these guys back in here. I'm getting a size 6 brush. We'll find a size 6 brush. Let's see here. Here we go. I have this guy. Again, these ones are not that finely tipped. Get him wet. But I think he's tipped enough. So size 6. And I'm using these guys here. Well, let's see. Two colors to paint. Start by painting the stem using a fine tip brush and a mix of Hooker's dark green and burnt umber. The consistency shouldn't be too watery. It's hard to get a thin line with more water. Yeah, that's true. So let me get some green on this, and we'll put some more green in here. And then, and I'm not too worried about. Okay. Not really too worried about getting my watercolors dirty. The nice thing about watercolors is that you add more water and it washes them off. So I'm using my pinky finger to steady my hand as I go down. Get a little bit more paint on there. I got a stem. Yay! Little things make me happy. Ah, sorry, someone's digging. Who's digging? I don't like digging noises. Who's digging? Oh my god! No! Ah! Oh, you get me, it looks like. You! Get down. Okay, everybody out. Everybody out. Oh, I can't come dark. None of you can be trusted. You're the culprit. Okay, so I found out my pug. I started looking for cough drops. I had a bag with cough drops. He didn't eat them. What he does is he takes them, he gets at them, and he spits them out immediately because they taste horrible, but he goes after them every time. And he's figured out that I keep some cough drops on my desk in a little cup, but I haven't caught him red-handed until now. Pogo. Oh, pugs, I swear. Okay. Paint the stems and leaves by branching off from the main stem while it's still wet. This will allow the stems to blend into one seamlessly. Oh, well, probably a little bit late on that, but trying to keep my touch as light as possible. Missed some there. It's kind of hard. I mean, keeping a light touch when you paint is sometimes the hardest thing, especially, oddly enough, while it's like down on the, like if I was on an easel, it's actually a little bit easier. I do have a tool to help me keep my hand off the page, but I haven't really used it. I mean, I have, what's it called, a Moss stick? That for like on the easel, but again, I haven't used that either. I tend to use the little like lip to balance my arm on when I'm using the easel. Which I'm getting ready to start a new easel painting because one, the easel painting I did with my Turner Aqua Gouache, the video all got deleted by accident. I thought I was deleting something else and I wasn't paying attention this week and I accidentally deleted it when I meant to open it up, and yeah, I deleted it, gone, deleted it, it's gone. Like there's no backup, nothing, it's gone. So that's sad. But that painting wasn't my favorite. I don't even know if I took a picture of it for social media, honestly. I definitely didn't like it as much as the one I did with the Holbein gouache. So I need to do that. But also for Christmas, my wonderful sister bought me some more acrylic gouache. So I need to do another painting for her. I hope she likes it. Who knows? She might be like, why is she giving me paintings? Like, well, you give me paint, you're gonna get paintings. So I want to do another one for her since she bought me the paint. And my mother also bought me some gouache. I did a little painting for her. I need to send that to her. Okay, so then starting at the top of the main stem, paint a small upside down teardrop shape with the same green shade, followed by 2 on either side. Well, yes, okay. So if we go here and here. Bottom of each stem. Okay. So yeah. So they're just like, and then you can add a dark color. And I'm like, this dark color is kind of dark. So I kind of want to like maybe add some lighter colors. We'll see. See what happens as I practice adding. You could do it like really light and then push, or push and then come up lighter. It's do really light and then push, maybe. I don't know. I'm not so great at it. Practice. That's why I bought these, is to do some practice stuff. It's kind of like warm up too. So, but goals this year: more buildings and more people in my paintings. I want to get better at that. I want, the last couple years writing has been kind of like a non-existent. So I do want to get back into that because I miss it. I don't know. It's been a tough year. But I am excited to see the whole line acrylic gouache. I did the swatch video for it, got that up there, and so finally the painting that I did last year, I'll get that up there. I've started editing that video. It's kind of long though because that painting, I want to say that was my first like real easel painting, meaning thing painted out of not like a non-tutorial thing. I did some non-tutorial ones before, but they weren't as serious. But this was one that I first felt really proud of, that I didn't feel disappointed in. I need more color. Let's see if I can match the color. can't match the color. Maybe we'll find out. These ones are going to be a bit darker. So we'll see if we can add some lighter green highlights on them as we get going. Might come back and do some shadows and stuff. Oh. And just to make sure that this gets published to my YouTube channel, because Ko-Fi Bot, I did connect it to my YouTube, but I don't see that it's posting to YouTube. So we'll just make sure that gets hit. Maybe. Oh no! The YouTube one is broken. Oh, my YouTube connection went down. Oh! Is that true? It went down? No, it says I'm streaming. Why did it not work? Let's see what's going on. Huh. Everything looks okay. Should just be a message. I tested it earlier. Does not like. Oh, Mochi's going at it. Well, I'm just going to put it in the main chat, and I think that this will get disseminated down. Well, I guess we'll see. Nope, that was the paint stream one. I'm not sure what happened there. That is not the right one. Did you say it went to YouTube? Oh, come on. No. Well, I see that went to YouTube. There we go. That one should head on down. Oh. So much to figure out. All right. Give some of these some little bit more interest. I do like this green color though. I am a fan of the greens. Add a little bit of water to this. It's starting to dry up on me. Oh. There we go. These like lower leaves, at least when they're dry, are kind of flat. I'm trying to cover them up. It's just ferns. I make this one a little bit thicker just to cover it up. Maybe a little bit weird. It's a weird fern. Okay. Some of that up there. All right. Go fern challenge. Well, it looks like a fern. Yay! I don't suck too badly. So their fern actually looks like it's multicolored and everything, and I'm kind of getting that there, but I kind of want to go in just some green. We're going to do that. We're going to go in with just the hooker green and kind of give it some. This isn't going to be too much, but some of these I kind of want to. I don't know about you, but ferns I usually see, unless they're dried, they tend to be vibrant green. Ferns tend to be really vibrant green plants. So I feel like I want to get this less of a dried look and more of a really kind of pop it out a bit. Doesn't have to be every leaf. There you go, I cut that. Maybe it does have to be every leaf. My weird thick stem. Woohoo! It's a little bit more green. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of this burnt umber. I'm going to mix it with some of the black. Then we're going to come in. Don't worry, I have a plan. Clean off my brush. Get some clean water on the brush. Make sure it's kind of dry. Scrubs. Scrub this out a bit. And scrub this out a bit. to give it a little bit of shadowing. That's fine. Yay, now it stands out a bit more. All right. That's a fern. Hi. Okay. So let's see what's the next one on here. Mr. Caterpillar is more dry now, so you can see him again. So we have that, and I think the next one is the ladybug. Yeah, ladybug. So what time is it? It's been about an hour. Let's get through ladybug tonight. I think we can do that. This one's going to use some of the crimson and the Indian red, black. Let's go for it. Ladybug is creating 2 shades of red and a little bit of white pencil for the highlights. So it says round 6 size brush. We've got that 3 and a white and a black ink optional. Okay, we're okay. Let's see what we can do. So start by filling in the body of the ladybug with crimson red. Make sure this is light because it'll be base for the following layers. So we'll get some red here and add some extra water to it. Oh, be careful it mixes in with that little corner. I do really like this palette. I didn't think I'd really like it. It seemed kind of kitschy. There's other ones that look like roses and stuff like that, but I actually am kind of liking this palette. Not a large mixing area, but it is fun. So start by filling in the red. I'm going to go in pretty light to start with, I think. Because you can always go darker. You can actually always go lighter too if you wait and are patient and use things like gouache. Or paint with less water. I think one of the barriers I had starting with watercolor and other paints was thinking that unlike acrylic, I couldn't just change the color on the fly. I thought I couldn't anyway, but that turned out not to be true at all. That turned out it's just a different technique for that. Why are we crying, Puss? Ouch. Did you get stuck back there? Oh my gosh. Mochi's stuck. She's not stuck. She's just being weird. Okay, come on. I have a bunch of like storage boxes on the floor and the thing, and she walked back there just fine, but then decided she couldn't walk back. And I had to like move one of the boxes a little bit to make a little path, like she was a rat in the maze. And I'm gonna tell you, she's a tiny dog, like less than half a foot high. But these boxes are like, she is 3 times the size of these small boxes and can easily go up and down them. She's really kind of weird about that, and I always wonder if it's because of her knee problem. She has kind of loose knees, but sometimes it doesn't bother her at all, but other times she'll act like she can't get up or go places, and I don't, but she doesn't, I don't know, it's hard to tell. All right. Okay, so then it said to finish this layer and kind of let it dry, and then add Indian red on top. So I don't know, I'm going to kind of go in a little bit more pigmented with this color, a little bit more pigment. Then we'll let that one dry, and then it said just fill in the black spots. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Do I want to use black? What color is this blue? I think what I'm going to do is grab a little bit of black and a little bit of this dark Prussian blue I have and use that. Give it a bit more shinier look. I think I like that better. It's almost like a Prussian. It's almost like a Payne's gray kind of black. Weird segments to the legs because it's a bug. So weird. Bugs are weird. Okay. So I'm gonna go in and try to make that a bit darker here in a bit, but let's go ahead and get the Indian red going. I'm actually going to kind of come in with this other red. Just kind of more like a brown red. And come back with the crimson again. Make it really bright. So it's a very shiny ladybug. I forget, there's like different beetles that aren't ladybugs, meaning they're not pest killers. They might actually be pests themselves. There's an Asian beetle that kind of looks like it, but it depends on like the shape of their spots and the different kind of spots. So, oh my gosh! Now what, Ouch? You're desperate to get back. Is that what you want to get back there? She wants to get to the pillows. Which, to be fair, a little bit hard to get back. There you go. Now you can get back there. I have to show the dog. I have to show the dog. I realize I'm far away. I have to show the dog where to go. Come here, Moch. I know the big pillows are right here. Oh, you need a butt. Now she's gonna go to the pillow where the pug is sleeping under my desk. He's not really sleeping, he's kind of just sitting here snoring awake. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a very shiny ladybug. And then I'm going to come back in one more time. So even pick a red. Give some shadows in here. Give it kind of a make it look kind of round and stuff. Oh, I like that. That looks nice. Let's see. A bit more. There we go. Okay, let's go back and do some more with the black now. Let that dry a bit before we put the spots in. I think the black is still going to dry pretty, I don't know, pretty matte. Let's see what we can do. It's really funny is like they told you to use black or get a black watercolor, but then all the directions always say go use a black pencil instead, or go use a black pen or black ink. Okay, so now we need some black spots, I think. So I'm just going here. Just do one black spot. Two black spots. Yay, black spots. Black spots. Ah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so then so it's really weird because then they say go in and add a few white highlights to the red as pictured, but there's no white highlights on the red. Like, somebody wrote like one direction and somebody else did the example art maybe. But I also noticed they also have like these kind of like red areas right here, which I'm going to go ahead and put in. Which they don't talk about at all in the directions. There we go. Ladybug. Black when it dries still is pretty flat, which I'm not. Nah, I don't know. I wish it was shinier, like bonsai. I think it would look better. I'm gonna take a picture of this one while it's still kind of wet. Get my pictures for today. All right. Okay. Well, this is fun. I had a lot of fun with this ladybug. It's kind of turned out. I think. Could probably use some shadows and stuff, but it's a ladybug. It's on the page. I win. Thank you for those of you that turned in. I want to really thank everyone's just stopping by. So I'm going to go ahead and show my card here again. Please consider following me on Twitch or on YouTube, whichever is your choice. Like and subscribe on YouTube, please. It really does help kind of get me towards that eventual subscriber goal. You know, and then you can also follow me on Blue Sky. I'm on Mastodon. I don't really post there. I still have the Twitter guy there, but again, I'm not really posting there. Blue Sky is really going to find me. You can also find me on Instagram and on Kara as well. I'm always posting art related stuff on Kara. My website. Got to get better posting, and I also have my Word and Wall world building site for the world that I've built and I continue to build. So again, please consider, and then thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back next week, 7:30 Pacific, and I hope you all have a great night.